an outstanding follower can sometimes be more influential than a leader.
Welcome to the Kingspiration Podcast. This is the place where you'll learn how to get unstuck and gain momentum in your life and business. Each week, we tackle the real aspects of entrepreneurship, personal development, relationships, and fitness. I'm your co-host, Ethan King, from Atlanta, Georgia, USA, entrepreneur, TEDx speaker, and best-selling author of Wealth Beyond Money.
And I'm your co-host, Justin King, no relation to Ethan, from Cape Town, South Africa, entrepreneur, speaker, and business growth strategist. Our journey crosses continents and cultures, sharing wisdom and experiences to propel you forward. Welcome to Kingspiration. Let's start the conversation.
All right. So, Justin, you and I met, public speakers in a community of professional public speakers. So I think it's only right we have an episode about what are we both speaking about these days and, what's in the marketplace. I know with me, I'm lining up a bit of a tour, speaking to different chapters and businesses about AI. And, AI is such a general term. You have all these, it's the buzzword now since ChatGPT came out almost 2 years ago. And, I think it's like someone in 1995 were like, oh, I speak about the internet. Well, the internet is so vast and woven into our everyday lives now that it seems a bit ridiculous. So I speak about AI really from the point of amplifying your marketing, your digital marketing, and implementing real world strategies to amplify. But it's really the cross blend between AI, automation tools, and actual storytelling science and tactics. And I've been doing these workshops over the past year around the country, actually around the world. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun. And I didn't really see things going in this direction, but a lot of times I've been in automation since 2011, and really is a situation where our back was against the wall in our business and we were facing a nasty lawsuit, had to figure out how to do more with less, and really just automated our marketing and so many things in our business. And then when ChatGPT came out and the LLMs, I wove that into it. And also been studying storytelling and different storytelling models for years. Things like Story Brand, and Tai Lopez has a storytelling model to Money, Movement, Sex, Mastery. And then there's this book called Save the Cat, and it analyzes screenplays. And they're really only there's a formula. There are only 10 different types of stories that every movie falls into one of these 10 categories. And just weaving all of that together, and it's been amazing. I'm just amazed at how many people don't use ChatGPT on a regular basis and don't use these automation tools and continue to do things the hard way. I think that's why the talk has been doing really well. So my current talk is called AI Beyond the Hype: Real World Strategies to Amplify Your Brand with AI Automation and Storytelling.
Yeah, I love that. It's just so relevant, and I haven't been lucky enough to see the talk yet, but I have no doubt the way that you deliver it allows people to literally walk out of the auditorium or wherever they are and practically implement things straight away. Because I know that's the kind of guy that you are with what you share.
Oh, for sure. And we actually implement it real time in the workshop. So that, I don't want people to have that excuse of, oh yeah, I'm going to do this later, and then you never get to it. Now, you're going to walk out with some customized tools right then and there, because I've been to so many conferences and workshops and keynotes where, oh, it's great, but then you leave and you never get around to it. So I didn't want that to happen with mine. What about you, Justin? What are you talking about?
So yeah, it's something that I've been speaking about for a while, and I'm actually in the process of writing a book on the same topic. But it's about the art of followership. The talk that I have, it's called Why Followership Rules in a World Obsessed with Leadership. And the concept and the thoughts around followership has really come about off the back of the amount of work that I do in leadership development. So I do a lot of facilitation and leadership development, management best practices, as well as business strategy. And there's just, we generally only speak to leadership so much of the time. We set aside time for leadership. We tell people to read leadership books. Leadership is what we get told when we're growing up that we need to focus on, and that's the way that you kind of climb the ladder. You climb the rungs of leadership, and we tend to forget that majority of an organization's success comes from the input from the followers in the organization. It comes from the doers in the organization. But the term follower and the art of followership has got this dirty negative connotation to it. We think sheep. We just think that if I follow, I'm just kind of getting dragged along. And my talk flips that on its head and gets people to understand that it is a proactive role that you have to take. The ability to be a great follower is one in which you have great critical thinking skills. You have a wonderful ability to challenge up the chain and then to buy into an idea and execute only if it's in the best interest of the organization. So it's just really it's giving people permission to say, okay, I don't actually want to climb a ladder. I don't want to become a leader or a manager, but I want to master my craft. So I want to keep growing, but sometimes that growth is horizontal. And I'm not saying you stagnate, but you become more of an expert in your field. So the way forward or the way to grow is not always to become a leader in an organization. And the power of influence is often very much an outstanding follower can sometimes be more influential than a leader. Mm-hmm. That is the one thing that people need to understand. And it's so interesting. It becomes a science. It's also around this idea that leadership and followership are interchangeable depending on the context of a particular situation. So in a situation that you and I are heading out somewhere together, Ethan, and we're going to a meeting, but it is around AI. I would absolutely step back in that context and say, Ethan, you need to take the lead on this. I'll happily follow you in this regard. If we go somewhere else where I'm more comfortable, depending on the situation, you may say to me, Justin, you need to take the lead on this, and I'm going to follow in this situation. So it's this interchangeable dance that we do as well, depending on the context of the situation. So really go deep on the 4 types of followers. I've created a matrix of the followership types. So I go deep on that. I tell people and give them ways to become a better follower. And then I give organizations 4 ways that they can improve and grow this art of followership within their organizations as well. So it's been well received. And as I say, now flipping it into a book as well that my business partner, Helene Smets, and I are busy writing at the moment together.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I can't wait to hear it and read the book. I think about 2 things when it comes to followers. I think about the movie The Godfather. I don't know if you've seen it, but classic. And of course, the Godfather, Vito, was the boss, but they had, to me, the consigliere.
Yes.
He made all the decisions. He was giving advice to the Godfather. He was really the one who made the strategic moves for the family. So I think about powerful followers. I think about the consigliere. And then I heard Gary Vee talking about who was the third person that was responsible for Facebook. I don't know. Nobody's probably heard of this person, but do you know how much they made? They made billions. So you don't have to be Mark Zuckerberg. You can be whoever the third guy was in the room that no one really has heard about, and still make a massive impact and make billions.
No, it's exactly that. Right. Give some thought to what it means to be an outstanding follower. There's something to it for sure.
All right. Well, Justin, if someone wants to book you for a talk, what's the best way to get in touch with you?
Best way is reaching out on LinkedIn or hit me up on email as well. We'll drop those into the show notes, but definitely the 2 best ways to get in touch with me.
All right. Awesome. And if you're looking to book me for the AI workshop, just go to my website, ethanking.com. There's a link in there to book me for a talk.
That's a wrap for today's episode of Kingspiration. We hope this conversation sparked insights to ignite action in your life and business.
We're on this journey together, sharing our challenges and successes to help all of us take the next step towards building momentum and ultimately reaching our goals.
If you found value in today's episode, please share it with someone else who might benefit and leave us a 5-star review.
And remember to hit subscribe so you don't miss out on our weekly conversations. Until next time, keep rolling, keep growing, and keep being inspired.